Hi folks, welcome to Curtis Goes Corner. No BS here, just straight commentary. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Back to Curtis Goes Corner from Fox News. 2 border Democrats won't seek re-election in 2022 amid border crisis. Representative Vela of Texas and Representative Kirkpatrick plan to retire. Yeah, they see the handwriting on the wall. They see one, even without this border crisis, they're going to lose the majority. Now, does it suck to be in the minority? Yeah. When I was a councilman in the early 2000s, I had 2 4-year terms, 8 years. And the first 4 years, I was in the minority, and it really sucked. And I was a Democrat back then. I left the party in 2013. So even at the local city council level here or in Congress, being the minority sucks. Now, when the Democrats took over, we were much kinder to the 2 Republicans and then 1 out of the 9 that were left on city council. But even still, we didn't have to. But we couldn't be hypocrites. So is that the only reason why they're leaving? They see the handwriting on the wall. They see that they're going to be in the minority? I think not. I think this crisis, and what, was not even the end of March. We're not even into the famous 100 days when this most progress is supposed to be made by an incoming president. You can call all those executive orders that cost hundreds of thousands of jobs, and now a huge border crisis progress. I hate the hell what they think a failure is. Let's read on. 2 border Democrats have announced their retirements ahead of the 2020 cycle amid the growing border crisis that the Biden administration is having trouble getting under control. They're getting under control because they created it. They put up a sign. Come on, guys. Remember last week? You had several hundred, I don't want to call them unlawful, illegal migrants, illegal immigrants, whatever the PC correct term is this week, all had President Biden shirts on that said, Biden, let us in. Where do you think they got that money from? They're being funded by these socialist billionaires. It's the money's being funneled through nonprofits. It's ridiculous. Representative Filemon Vela, Texas, announced that he would not seek re-election to his House seat as the border crisis grows and redistricting in the state of Texas looms. Now, Texas is going to pick up seats. I live in upstate New York. We're probably going to lose 2 in the state. They'll probably do 1 upstate, 1 downstate. And it looks like it'll probably be the district I'm in with Claudia Tenney. They hate her guts. Why? Because she's a Republican and she won. That makes her a monster automatically. And evil. Let's get the... I got to do that for fun because they just don't like opposite opinions. Or even, I shouldn't even say opposite, even opinions that differ just this much. If you had a list of 20 items that they believe in strongly, and you agree with 19 of them but not 1, you're out. That's how they roll. Both members have districts along the U.S.-Mexico border in states where Republicans are looking to pick up seats in the 2022 midterm elections. It's going to be a bloodbath. I mean, I know the contract with America with Newt Gingrich just wiped out the Democrats in Congress in the middle of Bill Clinton's first term. And Barack Obama, if you remember, in 2010, they got wiped out, the majority of Democrats then. It's, they had writings on the wall. But I don't think that's it. I think that's only part of it. I think these people are leaving because they see that their agenda, no matter how much they say publicly, privately they're going, holy crap, there's no way this agenda will fly with the American people and the people in my district. There were 2 or 3 districts along the Texas-Mexican border. They were like plus 20 Dem districts, we'll say 6, 8 years ago. They did a complete flip. Now they're like plus 20 Republican. That's a 40-point swing. That's a ton. All along the border. Because Democrats, the way they think, they're racist, that all Hispanic people think the same. That every Hispanic, no matter how diverse or what countries they come from or where they go, all think the same. And letting in these people and being humane by the millions with little or no skills is not a good idea. Why don't Hispanic Americans like it? Because they're Americans. They know it'll be a disaster. I will not be seeking re-election in the House of Representatives in 2022, the Texas Democrats said. I will continue to focus on maintaining a Democratic House and Senate majority in my capacity as a member of the House and Vice Chair of the Democratic National Committee, while working diligently for the people I am so grateful to represent. This guy is the Vice Chair of the the DNC. And he's going, bye-bye. They see the iceberg coming. You know, I'm laughing because they deserve every bit of it. You know, his announcement came the same day as fellow Texas Democrat Henry Cellular, I'm pronouncing that right, released photos illustrating the conditions inside the migrant holding facility in Donna, Texas, the area of the Lone Star State, which Vela represents. Yeah. He shows the photos, and then he quit. Unbelievable. Because as soon as he showed those photos, he was doomed. Nancy Pelosi says, go in there and cut off his head. Metaphorically, of course, because if you pretend to incite violence during politics now, your video gets taken down. It's a metaphor, duh. Calvin Moore, Communications Director for the Congressional Leadership Fund, which is dedicated to electing Republicans to the House, said that people should be expecting more Democrats to follow lawmakers' leads. House Democrats are on the run because they know that their worsening border crisis and socialist policy agenda will cost them their majority. They get rid of the filibuster, our constitutional republic very well may be on life support. Moore said, expect more Democrats to follow Kirkpatrick and Vela in early retirement that face defeat in 2022. I've won elections, I lost elections. It must really suck to lose a congressional seat. Neither Vela's office nor Kirkpatrick's responded to Fox News' question as to whether or not the border crisis played a factor in the retirement decisions. What they got? Here is the answer from both the Congress members. That's your answer to why they quit. It had anything to do with the border crisis. Two lawmakers' retirements come as Biden continues to fight for control over the situation at the southern border. Photos from Cellular's office show that Biden administration is placing migrants in clear pens. Democrats blame former President Donald Trump for the crisis, saying the former president left them in a bad situation. Like what? The Remain in Mexico policy. You took the biggest deal maker in the entire world. Even people that hate his guts say that. He made a deal with Mexico, and he made a deal with several countries in Central America to keep the people there. You apply, not when you cross the border illegally, you apply from there. Stay in the country of origin and go through the legal process. Why is that so outrageous? And then separating children. Remember, Trump was a monster. Well, lo and behold, guess what? 25 to 30% of the minor children crossing the border unlawfully, the adult that was with them was neither a guardian or a parent or somebody that was a family member or a friend. They weren't going to keep that person with that adult because you know why? Because sex trafficking since Biden's been president has gone up 400%. Not 400%. Well, folks, this is what you voted for. All you old school Democrats like I used to be. Your party doesn't exist anymore, at least not under a normal, reasonable Democrat that follows the law and the procedures. The Democrats have been using these people for decades. They're not people to them. They're people to use for political gain. Other than that, they could care less. They want the issue, not the solution. I hope we can hold on for another year and 9 months. I pray. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck especially along the Texas border.